I'm going to say this, okay? Now, you know the song "He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother." Okay, you know it came. They put it in a movie, and we told you that Neil Diamond and the singer, the lead singer of the Hollies, which is not a Christian thing, that the name comes from Hollies. It means something else. We told you. Scroll down in the Facebook, you'll see what we said. Well, I don't think that little boy, that Marine, that American took a picture of, it says he was a Marine or something. That man had a picture of a little boy whose brother was dead on his back. The Americans bombed Nagasaki and Hiroshima, killing people. They did that, just like they did Chernobyl. Jenna, Beyonce, aka really a man, Aaliyah, aka Dana Hutton, and a man that represented Imposters Charles. They always harassed us and told us they were going to do something to the nuclear reactor. It was a town of Jews. We said, "You'll never get away with that. We'll tell on you." They said to us, "Oh no, you'll be dead." They did try to kill us, but we told anyway. We know they did that. And what are they doing now? No, you lost, America. The man next door is screaming through the wall that I lost. He lost. So help me God, I swear by God Almighty, we heard them do that. I was kidnapped. My husband was kidnapped. And I was still in America, still being held captive by the Americans. But every time you have to rescue me, I was going to Scottsdale College. And I saw the people that came to try to help rescue me, to get me away from America. But I didn't remember anything. There were Palestinians, Israelis, and Saudis that came to try to help and rescue me. I was still trapped and still being held captive by Duckworth and Rumars, kidnapper Bush's relative, ex-Marine, and Markle's real husband. They did that reactor. And on the day that happened, some person from my school that I understood was a military person, obviously tried to kill me that day. I don't remember. He invites me to lunch at his house. He ate food. I don't eat pig or anything like that. He made his own self lunch and talked about the radioactivity from the reactor. It's probably over here, he said. And the stuff, the radioactivity is in the air. I know that man tried to kill me that day. He has lunch, but he's talking to me like that. That's right. But somebody at the school says, he likes you, he likes me. Well, and so if they told me that, I didn't like that man like that. I went to school. And took lots of hours. I had a reputation at the school. They called me the virgin because I thought people went to school. They were doing all kinds of other things. And I learned that later when a girl from Jordan, there was a girl from Jordan, she also came to rescue me. That's right. She really came from Jordan. She came too. And there was, and they called me that because I learned that there were people that were doing things besides going to school. I didn't know that. So you see, and they knew that there were people that Duckworth couldn't realize he was hanging around, and they didn't understand how weird it was. Some people knew, obviously, that I had been kidnapped and dropped upside down memory, and that was that congressman was around. What, Schweikert? They made that man a congressman. He was a kidnapper. He was on a kidnapping abduction. He used to come over and bother us all the time. They did Chernobyl. The Americans. I swear by God Almighty, they threatened about it. When I was finally rescued, and I was finally able to go back to the time they tried to rescue me, I was able to go back to Russia, Ukraine. So Ukraine. They had a special on the TV, and I went to a hotel that Vladimir Joseph Rothschild's Putin owned. It was a nice hotel. I saw people that had their weddings there, their honeymoons there. It was really nice to see. I knew they were a honeymoon couple, what they did when they left. and it's a decent hotel, not expensive, and a nice place for people to go that they could have their honeymoon if they want a young couple or a newly wed couple. And so it came on TV. The Hague, hi ICC. These emails also go to ICC, The Hague, International Criminal Court. They're on the emails with us too. So I'm that special, and I didn't know it. I didn't remember anything. It was they were trying to help rescue me. My beloved, my husband, Malik Shee was trying to help rescue me. Our beloved Rothschild's family, our Shepard's family, our families, our people were trying to help rescue me and get me from those dirty people over there that try to hold people hostage that don't belong over there and have a chance to come out. Our people all will make it. They will come out. Our people were hurt, will come back and live for eternity, and we will live for eternity. So it's this special, a news feed. And the nuns from Rwanda were on trial at The Hague. And also Karadzic and Slobodan Milosevic, they were on trial with some people with them. And it was a Hague trial. And it was also the anniversary of Chernobyl. And pictures of what happened. They did that. They're scum-filled. And they're gross. I don't think the little boy, unless somebody taught him how to say that he ain't heavy, he was Japanese. I don't think the little boy would have said that. The criminal photographer. They're Marines. I was kidnapped. We were kidnapped. Douglas Greenwise was Bush's relative. He was an ex-Marine. That's right. A kidnapper. Marco's real husband, who posed in a photograph to pretend to be that mother. When they showed me the photograph, he says, that's the kidnapper. He was mad because they were trying to, she killed Harry. We saw, he was a police Harry. He was arresting her for killing his wife. She shot Harry. He never was alone with her without that bulletproof vest on. She bragged about those bullets she had that would go up to that bulletproof vest. The guards tried to run to the room where they were to get to him, but she had already shot him. He came out of the room. You could see the blood coming. It made the blue vest dark, and there was a hole in his back. They killed Marco. They killed her, but they asked her questions. Are you pregnant? She said no. Then they shot her. They took her to the hospital and asked her more questions. Then they shot her again. She got up and grabbed the man who shot her. That was a guard. The guard from the palace. She bragged about how she had come to try to kill the real queen and the fake queen, and how she was going to get inside and kill everybody for a bad USA sodomite Nazi Germany government. That's right. We know they did Chernobyl. They bragged about what they would do to us. We were little kids, my beloved husband, Malik Shee and I. Aaliyah, a.k.a. Dana Hutton, but they made their Supreme Court, that one, that Supreme Court judge, and they said that they made that from a long time ago. It was big and grown like that. When it showed up here, it was still the same. They made lots of those things. Nazi made. Ballin mixed with, it's Lilith. I repeat, people, it's not a bunch of wackos going around and it's isolated. It's not. It's the end of time for all bad things. So now they try to start a war, try to get, which they couldn't do, because we're showing you the things they did do. They would try to get nuclear things to try to hurt people. They had one to blow up the whole entire world and you can go to Mars. They're sick. That's right. They bragged about Colin Powell and Pastor Charles, Fake Mo, and all those people. They had planned to try to take a space shuttle and tell the idiot people they would come back because they were afraid of the asteroid. No. Our kingdom lasts forever and ever, never destroyed, never to the people, and we will be as an ark. And they're not allowed on it. We buried the people for 7 months. In our Bible, it talks about Magog's multitude, valley of travelers. It has to be something catastrophic. And it's not what they tried to make. It's not what they tried to do. The worm rot and maggot infestation and moth infestation and COVID and other deadly plagues, all the same, monkeypox. They did a terrible thing. And our God is God alone. Our God's the true God. They obviously don't have any nuclear. The nuclear reactor shows pictures. We had one, the God particle. The scientists shouldn't have gone back in there afterwards. God told them not to do that. It wasn't a fortune-telling machine. And they just needed to hear what we had to say. And the whole entire facility heard God speak. Is that a record? No, it's not a record. They did a terrible thing. Don't you know they're not going to be, and they would try to do that to everybody? They're sick. They're sick. They're dangerous. And they blamed Einstein that their stuff froze up. They said it froze up. God would not allow them to do dirty things. But all of them, fake Mo and all those kidnappers, they had planned, they had wanted to try to, they're wicked. They're mixed with fallen things. They're dirty. The devil hates God and what God created. And the devil opposed the creation of us. God made us. Our God, who's the true God, king of the universe. And our God controls life and death. And we're going to do as our God says and obey and be meek and strong and not be filth and dirt. They would destroy everybody if they could. Their homosexual act killed is death. Their horse kill is death. No, they're wicked. Now I look at those things. They told me to look. My lover actually told me to look at the Nagasaki. I looked. And radioactivity, those people that were bombed, the little boy probably died. His little brother did. And I don't think he said ain't. I don't think he said that. Unless some American taught him before they blew up the Japanese in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Why is that photographer there? He looks healthy. I'm sorry. They're criminal. Bad sodomite, not sure people are criminal. And filth. Disgusting. And they could never be. No sodomite will ever be. No harlot will ever be. No enemy against our beloved world, God is God alone, which will be something that believes in things other than God, will be. Our God is God alone. And our God protects us. And we will be. We will be. And we're meek, which means strength. Obedient to our beloved world, God is God alone. And God created heaven and earth and land and sea. And the devil has no right to destroy it. The devil goes away. And he has no right to destroy mankind that God intends to live for eternity. I won't put that picture up. Because attached to it is that man that's obviously telling a lie. I'm sorry. Why is he looking so intact? Did he die too? Was he there when it happened? And why would they have done that? Were they helping Hitler? Yes, they were helping Hitler. The Americans are Nazis, minus our people. You see them run over our people in the streets. On the street. And we're sodomites. All of us are Semitic. Origins from Semitic. And we speak Semitic languages. And it means we're God's people. And we're obedient. And you could, if you hear the creepy man through the wall talking about that J thing, the J thing's a piece of garbage. It's not our God. It hates our God. They want to control and destroy everything that God ever made and created to be and live for eternity. We told you, remember the garden? God said you have to go out because the devil is doing things It'll be all right. We have record and memory of different time periods we lived, and as God said, and the reactor showed us different time periods, and we know that what our God says to us is true. What he said to us from the garden. Now, they tried to say that a jade thing was in the garden. It's the devil. The book revealed that. It's the devil, yeah. The devil tried to overthrow God, but couldn't do it. It wasn't anything that could be and would be and live for eternity. That jade thing is the devil. So I'm going to say, I'm sorry, but I don't think they should have anything as the Hague said. Queen Dodima, Queen Beatrice said, no people, those people should never be made anything over there. God also said that in 2010, in the month of July, in Istanbul, when he made, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, exact and correct, perfect Star of David in the sky with clouds. No, didn't even skywriting. It wasn't even skywriting. It was beautiful. And God said nobody should have ever made those people over there anything. Period. Also in thunderings, God said. And God also thundered, and everybody knows, right, Istanbul, it rained. And God thundered that I am me, the true queen, the peace queen, the sweet queen, the real queen. I'm sorry. And we're human. We're human. We're not fallen. And the angels who did not fall, the remnants of the blood of God alone came to help us. Because it's in the time for all bad things. Don't think they're not trying to get things, trying to kill everybody. We told you. And they go out, they're trying to get money and things and trying to take over. It's disgusting what they try to do. And there's anybody coming here trying to pretend that they're hurting and still trying to attack and take over their history. I know they can possibly feel good and they start to look normal. And all they talk about is their bottom part all the time and what they're going to do to somebody. It's mundane what they do. And I'm sorry, but our kingdom lasts forever and ever, never to be destroyed by any means. Never to be transferred to any other people. We will be. That's the bottom line of what that says. We will be. And our God said to us this morning in prayer that we will be. Now go have Shabbat. Be happy. And then they gave that death threat and they tried. The wicked go away. They know what they've done. They know they go away. Like we know we will be and we trust our God and we know that our God will help us. The wicked know they go away for eternity. Now, people that came after us, David Koresh came after us too. That's wrong. They sent that after us too. They're mad because he didn't make it. I was still trapped with it. I saw on TV how it was on how they shot out those people. They know what they did. You know, the sons of Korah, they tried to usurp Moses. That's where he got that name from, obviously. And the whole ground opened up and swallowed Korah and all his household, the pots and pans and animals and everything. The earth opened up and swallowed them because they were incorrect. The bad news is German people know they have done and they do. First of all, same-sex is illegal in God's realm. And it's punishable by death. So God would give worm rot and all kinds of other dirty things, a plague to take them out. Because you see, we need help. And our beloved real God is God alone is helping us from heaven above. And we're the meek, which means strength. And we're obedient to our beloved God who's God alone. And we are good, and we will be. They're not meek. They're not anything. I have no words. They're wrong. And the whole entire universe knows it. Especially our beloved real God who's God alone. Because we prepared us this yesterday morning before Shabbat. And we got that death from one of their soldiers. And they actually tried to do things yesterday, and they tried to blame it on other people. I'm sorry. I have visions and I know they would try to do something like that if they could. But the people that were with them, some of them are gone already. Colin Powell, Fake Mo, but they left dirt on this planet. And God is taking it out with incurable disease, as God promised, a plague to get rid of the people that tried to hurt us. Remember I told you about Archangel Gabriel came in 2010? His skin color was purple, and the aura around him was like a aurora, a rainbow of different colors. And he was dressed in white. And I turned over and said, "Oh, it's you." Because he promised, he said, "I told you when you saw me again, it would be end of time for the people that hurt me and my beloved royal milk husband, Shabbat Shali, and all our beloved royal Rothschild's family, and all our beloved royal family members, Shabbat family members, and all our beloved family members, and all our beloved kids people, and all our beloved sensitive people, and even our beloved royal animals. And all those that tried to hurt our very, very, very large kingdom, the largest kingdom there ever was and ever be, our beautiful and holy kingdom, our eternal kingdom, the eternal kingdom that lasts forever and ever, never to be destroyed, and never to be transferred to another people. We will be. We can do as our God says, which means we wouldn't harm anybody. They did Persia and blamed it on Abadod Nasik Saddam Hussein, who was a Jew, who has a right to. He knew he would be hurt, but he knows Mosaic law, and everybody in Switzerland in Geneva knew he was a Jew. No homosexual, no harlot. Not allowed. And they tell lies. And where's those weapons? We know that the Americans hurt the Persians and tried to blame it on somebody else. But they're assholes. Excuse me. I'm sorry, children, but they're really bad. Terrible. Minos did that. And when everybody found out about Iraqi war, where everybody heard about it, I was still being held captive over there. And Abadod Nasik Saddam Hussein had been gone many years. But he was around town. No, he wasn't. Because we tried to hide him. They were threatening him. And he didn't think he should be hidden. What he did was right. We found him hanging from a tree. They're garbage people. And they lie about everything and bother everybody. They could never tell the truth about what they do. You know, when they were being caught or being rescued, they tried to blame things on my family and people. And I'm like, I know that didn't happen. And they're trying to keep me from remembering. They tried to drug me to keep my memory from returning. But I have visions and God helps us. And I asked, where was I at? Because memory came to me. I said, I realized somebody tried to kill me. Then I remembered. We had an organized police sting. Everybody's trying to help me. They started that war to try to cover it up. Made it visible. Like they try to do now. They're gone. From the whole entire universe, they're Amalekites. And those people you said attacking, getting smart, the homosexuals and harlots are war with God. Their God's not our God. Everybody knows their J thing's a homosexual. It's a devil. It's not our God. So God said they should never have been made anything over there. The Hague court that day, when they saw that film, when we surveillance their hotel room, when they were having, if you had seen all those people, they made something. They were doing dirty things. We had to call the SWAT team to get the film. They knew they had been filmed. We took it to Hague. But tried to get something that already threatened us. They threatened us. We'll just rape and kill you all. Their government. Beyonce and Pastors Charles, their secret service, what we call the secret criminals. And some of the little kids in that video with Archangel Michael, we found ravaged and bloodied. And they call themselves murdering Archangel Michael, but you can't kill an angel that did not fall. They're criminal. And they don't deserve anything except to go away and never bother anybody else again. They're trying to start wars and steal things and be in the place of people they're not allowed to be in the place of because it's just not written for them. As you can understand why. Now, they did Chernobyl. We showed you pictures on Facebook you can't see. They try to race and steal and tell lies. They're the most putrid, filthy, disgusting people besides Hitler, who they're with. And don't think they wouldn't try to hold our people over there. I'm not afraid of people that tried to kidnap and kill us when we were little kids. We're two little kids they kidnapped and tried to kill. They tried to kill us first because we're the king and queen. They knew we would be, and we were already in the line of succession. We were already existing as king and queen. They would try to kill us so they could try to kill others. They're gone. And as this book of Daniel says, they tried to plant themselves in a beautiful land. You hear us, what our kingdom is called, our beautiful land, holy ark kingdom, the eternal kingdom that lasts forever and ever, never to be destroyed, never to be transferred into people. The kingdom of God, the true God, a beloved, real, royal God, holy God, who's God alone, who's king of the universe. And it's not human. So you see how wicked they are? It's filthy. No, we don't harm people. And they don't have the right to harm people over there. They try to come over here and harm us and steal things. And they were trying to make, my beloved husband said, Shalice said they were trying to make everything like Iraq. They're trying to make everything of ours like Iraq. They were trying to make Switzerland like Iraq. They're trying to make other places of Israel and other places of ours like Iraq, Russia like Iraq. Do you know? And Ukraine like Iraq. That's why they spoke up and said, we know we don't want your weapons. We know you're trying to hurt us. We're showing pictures that they did before and what they would try now. They're not helping anybody. They would never help anybody. The real people will be able to come out. Our people who didn't assimilate, all our people will make it. We know the things that they made won't. The terrible thing, we just know that we will be. God reiterated that from heaven above yesterday morning before Shabbat, and then they give a death threat with their soldier. And they tried that yesterday. And they tell a lie. We know it's them that did it, not anybody, not any of us. It's not my husband or our family or people. They tell someone that is hurting me. They can feel the love that's around me. My husband loves me. He's my first cousin. And all my family loves me. Our people love me. And we love each other as proper, befitting, as you're supposed to. And my husband's only with me. And all of our people are proper and with their own. The disgusting, dirty people that, if they're stalking, harassing, getting smart, don't think they're not trying to kill. God is keeping them from killing. Don't think that man didn't mean it yesterday morning. They meant it. But God is the one that controls life and death. Isaiah 54, it says it right there. God, who is God alone. The true God, our God's King of the universe. So, I'm sorry, but we would never do that to people. Hurt the population. We know that brain for 7 months is something catastrophic. We saw in Reactor. We didn't see anything like that of what they're trying to do. We saw people dropping dead on the streets, and hazmat people have to pick them up. We saw that. We told you maggots cause gas. We saw people in Reactor exploding from the gas inside their bodies because our God can do that. Our God is awesome, and that's what we get for trying to hurt everybody. That's what they get for trying to hurt everybody and trying to take over. That's what Hitler, that's what Satan, that's the devil people get. Because they know what they do is wrong. They can possibly think it's right. We're the meek people, the good people. We follow our beloved royal God is God alone, King of the universe, and the true God. We're going to do as God says. We're going to follow our God's laws and rules, and our God, the angels that did not fall, that God sent to help us, they're going to help us and help us do as our beloved God, who's God alone, King of the universe, says this thing that we do. So we look for a video to try to show you again how Abado, Nasik Neil Diamond, and his brother, which is also Abado Nasik, who sings he and Heavy's my brother, how they look alike because they were brothers. How they died a long time ago, both of them. Abado Nasik Neil Diamond, he was trying to rescue me. He died during a kidnap abduction. They killed him. He didn't get old and die later. Creepy, dirty people. Who else? Billy Joel died a long time ago, too. Died during kidnap abduction trying to rescue me. He was shot as a piano. These people lie. Did terrible, terrible things. You can tell by the lies they tell lie after lie after lie. And they're being punished for lying on my beloved, my family, Lee, and all of Rothschild's family, all our families, people. They're being punished permanently from heaven above. I would add that my husband said they're being punished for lying on us. God thundered Sukkot in Turkey in 2010 that God was punishing them. They're going to be punished for all that they have tried to do to us. To lied on my beloved Master Thomas Lee, they lied on me, they lied on my beloved Rothschild's family, our beloved Church of friends, our beloved families of people. They lied. How many years ago was that? Did they seem punished? They seem punished to me. So I'm going to say, the terrible people, everything with them that went that way is filthy, and they tried to force people to be like them. And then the people that are trying to come up, there's people that would try to tell a lie. You see how they act, and it's not. I'm the fake one. I'm not the real one, and they're trying to kill and steal people and take over, and they're going to go. I know they're really sick. The man with the hurt foot, it's got to be something that doesn't heal. And he's not straight either. 75% of the population is wicked. We were told by our intelligence, 75% of the population, by the time we got big in size, would be homosexual and eat human flesh. Both sins are punished by death. So I'm going to say to you, so our God would send things from heaven above to get rid of them. And if the whole earth were like them, God would destroy this whole entire planet and the whole entire universe, sun and vision. But God will not do that because God promised us we will be. Our kingdom lasts forever and ever, never to be destroyed and never to be transferred to other people. We will be. We're going to be. We're going to hold on fast to our beloved world God, the true God who's God alone, His King of the universe, that doesn't like dirty things. We're going to do our best to be as our beloved world God who's God alone, the true God His King of the universe. We're going to do as our God says. And we're going to hold on fast. We're going to be in that configuration and just we're told to do it and have God's pinions around us and hold us tight and keep the wicked away. No, we would never, ever use weapons like that. They're the ones that want to use weapons like that because they go into extinction. They won't be. Homosexuals and harlots are not going to be. And people who worship things other than God, they're not going to be. They go away for eternity. They all obviously know it. Please don't think they don't know it. The devil knew he was going to go away when he tried to overthrow God. They were doing stuff before. An example would be when God burned up that peace angel that opposed creation of man. And everything that was with that angel. Burn them up. Because the angels have other angels underneath their division with them, like a what's it called? Be a head angel, and then the angels underneath them. What would you call that? I can't think. I know the word, but I can't think of it now. So and so this is it. Like God's military. So they command other angels underneath them. Like Archangel Michael has angels that he commands, and a level of heaven, or several heavens that he's in charge of. That God has given these angels charge of different levels of heaven. Like Wrath, who administers punishment in hell, his office is on the seventh level of heaven. He's a good angel. And all the angels that we showed you, they're Archangel Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, they're angels of judgment. They're also angels of judgment and angels of punishment. They didn't fall. And they will take out the wicked. That's just it. At the end of time brought bad things, which is now. And we're going to do as our beloved God, whose God alone says. We're not, Jim Jones, we're not that. We're not that. Gabriel Koresh, we're not that. We're not, who's that other people that killed themselves, we're not those. They're wicked and stupid over there in Nazi Germany. They did a terrible thing on this planet, in this universe. They did something wrong. And they know it. So as misery loves company, they would try to make everybody else miserable too. They can't possibly be happy. Not to mention the pain and suffering that they must have from all those diseases that they have too. They're being punished. And they would try to, my beloved husband, they just want to kill everybody because they die. And I'm sorry. We know that God will do as our beloved God, who's God alone, says that he would do. That woman that obviously has something to do with killing a Rebbetzin, who's our relative. Just I was praying, I was happy, and I was yesterday, Friday, and I was singing. Then everybody says they really like the way I sing Buttercup, how we actually sing the words, and you see how we on Shabbat we greet the Shabbat bride. They know what I mean. Open the door, we greet Shabbat. The Sabbath, they call me that. The Sabbath, they call me that because I light the candles for everybody. Anyway, so that's what that means, and our God never lets us down. Our God keeps his promises. That thing came out. It's a devil, that so-called woman. It's Apostle Charles. I had never seen that wicked face like that. Not that I remember. It was wicked. She had a wicked face, and she probably can't get rid of it right now because she put a mask on her face today. She wasn't wearing that before. But I heard something was saying about me, but the rabbi always suspected her. And somebody said, so we just wanted to say it again to you too. Okay, so the misery loves company, and we're not the miserable people, we're happy people. We're going to live for eternity, and we're going to be. We're going to do as God says, and we're going to be, and we're going to be happy, and live as God tells us to live. It matters what you eat and do. It matters what you eat, it matters what you do, it matters how you live your life. I can't imagine they're anything but sick physically. I heard one of the women say that they have bottom rot and they're going to rub it on everybody. I heard that a few days ago when I was walking up the street, and there were these two women and they were talking. They were getting smart with me. Not on our people, because our God said you won't be allowed. So we just wanted to say these things to you today. It's a sad picture to look at that. I don't think I've always said that. Unless somebody taught him how to say ain't. I just don't think he speaks Japanese. He would speak Japanese. I just don't think he would have said ain't. And also, it's said that when that happened, the people they most likely die even after 7 to 8 weeks from being exposed to the nuclear something like that they would have done to them. I've never liked those people over there. And we went to try to help our people because they need to come out. They can come out. And this is it. And we know that everybody who's able and is able to come out and didn't assimilate, and God allows these things. They will make it. All our people will make it. Our people will hurt, will come back, and they will live for eternity. And we will live for eternity. And our kingdom, what's our kingdom? It's the ground, right? Lasts forever and ever, never to be destroyed, never to be transferred to any other people. We win. We're God's holy children. We're the holy children of our beloved God, who's God alone, who's holy, as it explains to people in different books of our Tanakh and Torah and the book of Daniel. We're going to be not perverted either. Instead, try to pervert us and everything, because it mentions that too, which means they're lascivious. Is that lascivious? They're filth and dirt and wicked. They're wicked. They're bad people. We're the good people. Me and my beloved and my Tabi Mashli, all of our reptiles, our family members, all of our family members, all the kinship people, all the citizens people, and your beloved animals are good too. And of course, I've ever large kingdom, ever will be beautiful and kingdom, eternal kingdom, that lasts forever, ever, never to be destroyed, never to see people. You've got to see this good. And of course, our beloved, royal, holy God, the true God, who's God alone, King of the universe, he's absolutely positively good. They've understood. And that J thing is at war with our God. And I'm sorry, that J thing is the devil. And it will try to hurt all of us. And God told Shabby and me before we were born, they think they can do it, can be because of the way they look. You see they are. And God said they were trying, the J thing would try to kill him, but it can't. And they wouldn't kill us. We are going to be. That we will make it. God told me and Shabby that before we were born. So we just wanted to tell you that again. Okay, so we'll talk to you as soon as we can. Try to be careful, safe, and on alert. No, they can't have bad things. We bought all the weapons. Make them leave us alone. I'm not selling weapons to anybody. We will never do that. Not to them. No. They came to try to do things to people and steal things and hurt people and try to take over those men that 2 sodomites that tried to call cops